Off the back of my recommendation, my brother has just purchased an Aqara U200 Smart Lock. So let's unbox it and see what we get inside. As you can see from the box, it supports Apple Home and works via Matter over Thread, meaning you need a thread border router. For me, that is my Apple TV 4K. I will also be doing an install video further down the line, but for the time being, let's get into the unboxing. Taking off the outer sleeve reveals a plain white box which houses all of the components. Upon first glance, you are presented with possibly the two main components. Let's start with the smart lock. The smart lock is what sits on the inside of your door. The materials used feel premium and well made, with a nice mix of metals and plastics, and a big turn knob on the front should you need to control it manually. On the rear, you will find the plate which sits on the extrusion part of your lock cylinder. Prying open the front plastic cover, when I finally do get it open, reveals where the reset and setup button are located and where the rechargeable battery fits as well. You also have your Matter and Aqara codes in here. Before I do put the smart lock away, I forgot to show how the back plate detaches from the housing. As you can see, I'm struggling quite a bit here, but I eventually get there. When you do set this up, you need to secure the back plate with the screws provided to the housing. The screws go into the three holes that I point at the front of the lock. Once attached, it is very sturdy, and the rear plate is also metal, giving it a bit more stability. Overall, the lock is well put together, providing you with that security that it won't just fall apart. Let's put this aside now and move on to the next product, which is the keypad, and this is where all the technology is housed. Again, it comes in the plastic bag which you can peel open to reveal the keypad, and here you have it. This is located on the outside of your door, and this is what you use to either get into the door via keypad, NFC or fingerprint at the bottom. The NFC tag on the front is what allows you to use Apple Home Key, which is one of this lock's best features. On the rear, you will find a sticky pad and mounting holes to attach it wherever you need it. When you get this cover off, which you can see I'm struggling with again, it reveals a second cover. This gives the keypad an IPX5 rating. This protects it against low pressure water such as rain, but it is not protected against dust ingress. Under the second cover, you will find the housing for the 4 AAA batteries, which are also provided. As well as running on batteries, it can also run on a hardwired connection, so if you have power coming to your front door, it's ideal to set it up this way. So they're the two main key components of this lock, and now let's move on to the smaller bits located in the box. Again, unfortunately I'm struggling again to get this out. It's quite fiddly, and I do end up tearing the box a bit. With a bit of force and persuasion, I finally get it out, and you can see what's hiding inside. I definitely can't use that flap to get it out again when I come to install the video. On the front, you'll see a QR code, and this takes you to a video detailing how to install the product. And inside, we'll start with the battery first. As you can see, it's quite a chunky battery, and it is actually 2000 milliamps. Speaking from experience, my current battery lasts me around 6 to 9 months. I've had no issues with it, and it's easy to recharge, and you'll see why later. One thing to note with the battery is that you'll find 2 yellow markers, one on the smart lock itself and one on the battery. You need to align these together when installing the battery to ensure it fits correctly. You'll feel the battery click into place once it is securely in, and to take it out, there are 2 clips on the top and bottom. You simply press these in and slide the battery out, and that's the battery. Moving on to the other components, you get the screw kit which helps secure the back plate to the lock itself, and screws for the keypad to mount it where you need it. Aqara kindly provides 4 AAA batteries for the keypad as well. I haven't had to change my batteries in my keypad now, and I've had mine up for roughly 18 months. Aqara also provide a small Allen key to help you fix your back plate onto the extruded cylinder. and I'll show you where this goes. There's a hole at the top which tightens it from the top, and then there are two either side, quite fiddly to get into, and because of how thin the Allen key is, it can be a nightmare to tighten. It's also worth noting that the extruded part of your cylinder needs to extrude beyond 3mm to allow the backplate to fix on securely. Moving on to the second half of the box, you'll find a user manual. In the user manual, you'll also find a QR code which sends you to the Aqara website for a how-to guide to install the lock. It's pretty straightforward, but I'll also mention that it can be fiddly. I'll also be dropping my own installation video soon to give you tips and tricks on how to secure the lock. A 3M stick pad is also provided for the back of the lock. Now this is used for a US deadbolt variation of the lock, so I haven't used this in my own install. It lines up perfectly with the back plate, and this will be used to secure it to your door. Instead of the 3M stick pad, what I have used is the EVA pad kit. They come in 3 different size thicknesses, and you choose the ones that fit right for you. As you'll see on the video that's popping up soon, this is how I've used mine. They basically allow you to bridge the gap behind the lock and the door. As the lock is secured onto the door handle, the bottom part of the door lock will be exposed. This adds greater stability for the door lock, so it's not moving around. One thing you don't want to do is pack it out too much, as this will put pressure on the back plate that is attached to the extruded cylinder. What you want to do is get a flush, clean finish. The next piece is for US deadbolt doors. Now I don't have one of these doors, I have a traditional EU door, so I've not used this piece. All I know is that it replaces the current one that my backplate came with, so I don't know too much about this, but I'm sure there's US deadbolt door installation guides out there if you do need more information on that. On the left side compartment you'll find your cylinder adapters. Now these will be needed if you're using a US deadbolt, that I do know, and if you're using the Aqara adjustable cylinder. The reason I had to purchase the adjustable cylinder was because my key, when inserted into the lock, extruded greater than 39mm. If your key also does this, then you will have to also purchase the adjustable cylinder. And on the right you'll find your power bank pouch. Now this is useful as it allows you to put a power bank in here, connect it with the supplied USB-C cable and attach the strings onto your door so you can charge it when needed. Typically you only need to charge it every 6 to 9 months. That's what I found. And that's everything in the box. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please like, comment and subscribe, and keep an eye out for my next video where I'll do a detailed installation at my brother's house. Remember, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I'll see you in the next one.